This is an exciting, oh my gosh, this concert is really, I hope, going to give the community here what I believe the possibilities are for the future of classical music, for this orchestra, for orchestras in general. We're bringing in this incredible group, Project Trio. They are a dynamite, eclectic, versatile crossover group where they can go to a jazz club and play with musicians, or they can do their own sets of chamber music. I've seen them in little cafes in LA. I've seen them at with big orchestras. I've worked with them many times in kids shows. They're just incredibly engaging, a lot of fun, and they have striven over the last few years to combine elements of, how can I say, they want to combine elements of rock, hip-hop, jazz, not into a classical setting per se, but into classical pieces of music. They wanted to reinvent some of the famous pieces we know and love. So, for example, they've taken Peter and the Wolf, Prokofiev's Peter and the Wolf, and did a new version of Peter and the Wolf in Brooklyn. So instead of Peter being a boy and a wolf and a duck and a bird, everyone is school kids on a playground, and these are their nicknames. You got Peter, you got the wolf who's the bully, you got a bird who's kind of like a shy person, and a duck who's always going around causing problems with other kids. So it's all based on like a playground, and it's a shorter version, it's 10 minutes, but it uses a lot of the same themes, but it's infused with rock, it's infused with hip-hop, and it tells the same story pretty much that Peter and the Wolf does, just in a new and exciting context. And they also have this arrangement of Rossini's William Tell Overture, you know, the famous one we all know and love, but they've taken it and rearranged it for their instruments and added all kinds of unique and exciting elements. And their flutist in the group, Greg Padillo, does a lot of beatboxing flute and a lot of jazz flute and a lot of really cool, interesting sounds. And he has things on YouTube that have reached 60, 70 million hits because he does this like Inspector Gadget thing, he does a Super Mario Brothers thing where he's beatboxing and playing these melodies, and he just had an incredible following on YouTube. And he's done stuff with iCarly, the TV show where kids love, so he's got this following with kids. But it's all because he's taken the flute, the classical flute, and sort of rearranged it in ways that make it really exciting and sort of current. And then we're starting the program with an arrangement of the famous Hungarian Dance No. 5 by Brahms, the one we all know and love. You hear it at Pops concerts, you hear it at outdoors concerts. But I have a great friend, Sam Hyken, who's arranged it for orchestra in a way that's really kind of funny and cheeky, sort of like a PDQ Bach version of it that's really fun and exciting. So we wanted to take what we know and love and reimagine it in a new way and present it to the audience in a fresh and sort of exciting environment. And then we'll be finishing the concert with Bernstein's great West Side Story, or suite from West Side Story. Obviously it was a movie first, but he later compiled a suite, and it's just great because it's music that's very profound and just really great, but it was written for a movie, or it was actually written for a Broadway show first and then became a movie, of course. But it's just a really wonderful concert that's going to take what we all thought an orchestra was and sort of reimagine it in a new way.